EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And a short pickup to about the 25. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
When you look at this Bronco defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 36 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Herbert off of play action. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
like
in the circle?
I like that, yeah. Just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Nix to the air. Rolling to his right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, They avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throwing Nix. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Now it's Nix. Sharp's got it, left side. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw is Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw, here's Nix. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Nix from the shotgun. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner is a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on third down and long. Here's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown. R.J. Harvey. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Looks good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
From the middle, it's Hampton.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7-7, our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Harris.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st down, it's Hampton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Play action. It's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's the point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Here we go. 12 yards. That's good. For a Denver Broncos.
Back to throw. Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him 1st down.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Nix. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with the pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line if you throw an interception is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now it's second and 10.
Ready. 180.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know that's cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped it behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Out of the gun, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. And the Broncos first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Deion Henry.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On 1st down, back to Harvey.
And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
on play action. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
28 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Nix to the air. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's complete. It's Loud McConkey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They work inside here, Hampton. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
380. Go.
Trying to run for it with Hampton.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 18. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Once more with Harvey.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide in the end. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and it slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please his coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. Harvey now.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Hampton. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 8.
Set. 380. Ready.
Now it's Hampton. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Dayon Henley. Really nice play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to